bounce, pass. Pass, kick, pass. Dunk it.
What?
Funk it. Sure. Serve it. Here. Work it. Jocular. We're about to get jocular.
Welcome to Jocular!
The show where four
Best buds gossip about women's sports.
It's always that smooth.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to be in sync, everybody, when they're saying
Well,
that?
when you say it like
Yes.
that,
It is.
We do the whole podcast that way. Weird. I thought you got that memo, but
Showbiz.
I am Tien Tran, she, her.
you're a fight master, they, them.
Katie Kershaw, she, her.
Murray Hill, Yabba Dabba Doo.
We have such a special guest today.
This is exciting.
Industry icon, showbiz icon, one of the stars of Somebody Somewhere,
Former candidate for mayor of New York City.
That's right.
and going to be the host of what is your new show? The new show called
King of Drag.
King of Drag. We
Oh my
have
God.
the icon, Murray Hill.
Murray Hill.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Happy to be here. Happy to be anywhere. I did do something I've never done before.
What?
Well, not that. Take it easy. I will continue never to do that, even when I'm dead.
Especially then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Showbiz. I exercised in the morning.
Okay.
I played pickleball at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't even know what 10 o'clock in the morning is.
Did you win?
Yeah, did you win?
We just rally, as I played with the gay
come
guy,
on.
so I had
So
to
you
be
lost.
generous. I don't lose. Despite
you won.
my appearance, I'm a very skilled racket sports persona person.
Is
So
that
you
your
beat them.
is that your sport of choice, pickleball?
No.
Okay.
Fun fact, and some of this will be covered in the memoir.
Yes, you have a memoir coming out.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh, hell
Is-
yeah.
In high school, I got suspended for drinking too much Budweiser. So I got kicked off the soccer team. And you know what? I like to say in my stand-up act, stereotypes are based on facts. So I was a goalie.
Murray, I'm sorry, but this absolutely checks out. As a former soccer player myself, that checks out.
No one's getting that ball past me. So I got busted drinking. So I got kicked off the soccer team. All right. So guess
Were you drinking back there in the goal? You were just like during a game, just like crushing Budweiser in the goal.
it might have been left over from the night before. So guess what sport took me in, because no one wanted to play that sport. I bet you couldn't even guess what sport that no one even cared about being suspended and kicked off. They're like, "We'll take you."
Golf.
Golf was my first. Volleyball?
No, that's too
softball.
Les. Oh, you can't even. Badminton. Look at the face.
Your school had that?
Yeah,
Okay, so I went on the fucking badminton team. Okay,
Okay.
all right, badminton. You ready for this? I took us to the state
There we go.
championships and we won. This is the 90s, no, 80s, mate. No, the 80s. And there was, we're going way back, where, pep rallies. Did you kids have those in high
Yes.
school?
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
You kids look young. They had these pep rallies. So because I wasn't in show business then, but obviously a big personality. So they asked me to speak at the pep rally, okay, for badminton. Okay, obviously people are like, what is this shit? So I went up there and I started. It's like my first group speaking. I went up there and I said, look at, there's all the banners, the state champion banners and stuff, and there was like a hole right there. There's one that was just blank. And I said, everybody look over there. Badminton's bringing home the banner!
Oh my God.
And guess what? We fucking did.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So badminton is my favorite racket sport.
Okay.
Wow, all right.
Now,
yeah.
Do you still play?
I don't anymore because, if it gets windy, you can't play. But now I play pickleball.
Okay.
Gotcha.
But, so after that, I went to I grew up in Connecticut, which, so I went to the Connecticut Olympics.
Wait, what?
Yeah, which is like, who cares? But still, it's a fun
no,
story.
what is
No.
this?
Yeah.
I went to the Connecticut Olympics for badminton.
We need to start covering the Connecticut Olympics.
We-
100%.
So I made it to the finals, and I got beat by like a 14-year-old spry little thing that was just going like ding 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 ding, and
of
I was
course.
running all over the place. But anyway, so there's a podium, and I was like the second one.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
In all of Connecticut.
Yeah. Sometimes, like, you know, when I'm trying to impress somebody, I'm like, oh, I was in the Olympics. And they're like, what? And then I'm like, Connecticut. And I'm like, for badminton.
Does each state have an Olympics?
I mean, I played in the Keystone State Games. That
Wait,
was
what?
Okay.
That was the
Kentucky
Pennsylvania.
has a 0
Pennsylvania
Olympics.
Are you sure?
Well, they wouldn't have told me, I guess, but I've never heard of Kentucky having the Olympics.
Tian, why don't you lead with that many years
Sorry,
ago?
I should start leading with that.
Yeah.
I've also played in the Olympics.
What's Keystone Olympics?
Pennsylvania, Keystone State, Keystone State Games. Those are the Pennsylvania
is
Olympics.
Keystone a beer?
What is that? It is a beer.
Yes.
Keystone
Yeah.
is.
But what does that mean?
Keystone is like the part of an old doorway that was like architecturally held the bricks together. Are you sleeping? And it's
Yes,
Is that
my
the
eyes just happen to be open.
it's that one little. Now you're gonna look at doors. You're gonna look at brick
Is she
doors
done?
different. Okay, you're gonna look at. Listen,
still
I
going.
listened to your badminton story, Murray.
Well, I mean,
And now we need to hear about the Keystone.
We need to hear about the Keystone.
maybe
okay?
the Connecticut was called the Nutmeg Games.
Was it? I would love that.
I don't know.
Is that what you guys are known for?
I mean, I don't know. I try to block it out, but this is like a 30-year reference, so.
Keep it up.
Anyway,
You're an
so-
Olympian.
So, yeah. So what we're saying is there's 2 Olympic athletes here today, jocular.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Well,
Has
we
it
haven't.
ever happened?
We're losers.
Yeah, we're fucking losers.
Wow.
No, you're not.
I will say that I speaking of Connecticut, I once taught like an improv workshop to an improv team at Yale, and I will say that I taught at Yale, but it was
Wow.
one afternoon for 2 hours.
Well, let
That
me
still
let me
counts.
remind you
Yeah.
both that you also went up through Improv Olympic.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not an Olympic.
Alright.
no,
I'm not
I know. I
gonna-
appreciate it,
I was
Tiana.
trying-
Yeah,
But she taught at Yale.
And
I did used to teach at
Yeah.
Yale.
Well,
I taught at Yale.
I just went home to Ohio and gave my commencement speech for my high school's graduation.
Oh, that's so cool.
What?
And I went to the gym afterwards before anybody else got there, and I took photos of my name on all the banners because of how many like things that we won, and that felt good. That was a little psychotic, and it was just for me. I'm like jerking to it and whatever.
No. We need to put it on our Instagram.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Wait,
think so?
did
Yeah.
you talk
Patreon,
about
Patreon.
in
Yeah,
your
okay.
commencement like what Donald Trump talked about, like having side pieces and stuff and trophy wives? Did you talk about that?
I think that I should have because I was asked multiple times, did I talk about the trophy wife thing? And I was like, oh, I think I fucked up. I just told the kids like they needed to be brave. I should have been out here being like,
Yeah.
don't get a trophy wife. It doesn't work out.
Mary, how'd you get into showbiz?
Oh, I didn't know this was therapy.
Well,
Oh, is it?
No,
is
I'm
this-
just making
is it
jokes. I'm
not?
just well, Charlie's laughing, but you know he's on a lot of steroids, so they laugh at anything.
let's go.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's
tea,
pride.
tea.
You're getting bullied.
This doesn't mean timeout. It's tea.
Oh, I like.
No, it's not. It's not bullying. It's just camaraderie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I got into show. Well, you know, it's an interest because this is sports themed.
yeah.
You know, you couldn't back in the day when I was in school before the internet, kids, if you can imagine, is you couldn't do sports and the arts at the same time. So I did sports all the way up, but I actually tried out for this comedy theater group. Believe it or not, it was a gay teacher did it.
Wow.
And I went to the tryouts and I improv because I don't know, I just came out like this. So, there's a double entendre there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was born this way? Yeah, that's what it is.
There we go.
So I started doing this audition and they said, oh, do this. And I just, and everybody was laughing. I got the job. But then I couldn't be a goalie for the soccer team and be in the dramatic arts thing.
And also drunk.
And drunk.
Right.
Yeah.
So I didn't do any showbiz. I did host one thing in high school called, this is really old, Battle of the Bands.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
Bands were groups of people that played instruments that came together.
heard about
and
Yeah,
did
I've seen this
songs.
in movies.
Yeah, in
before.
movies. Yeah,
I've seen it in movies.
So I became a visual artist.
Okay.
I know it's a long story.
No, I'm ready.
I'm cutting it short. So, and then I went to college for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to grad school for photography. All right.
Okay. I'm with
Showbiz.
you. Uh-huh.
And I was
Dabbled
taking
in it all.
documentary photographs of drag queens.
That's cool.
That's
And I was in, I was like, oh, I love camp humor. I love all this stuff. It was just amazing to see. But then I didn't see anybody like me or any lesbians or anybody. It was either gay men or drag queens. So,
Right.
And I was like, well, wait. So that was kind of all bubbling in. And then the drag queen work got me to school at SVA in New York. And I went and took pictures of Woodstock and all that stuff. And then I was like,
Sick.
this
That's
is
so
this
cool.
is insane. Where is where they didn't say gender spectrum back in the 90s, but I did say like what's on the other side of this? There's got to be where are the women? Where are the lesbians? Where are the dykes? Where's everybody?
Yeah.
Something we're still asking today.
I know. I think we still are sometimes.
Yeah, we're still having some problems. And anyway, so there was a drag king pageant in the meatpacking district. This is before it got gentrified. It was like it was this dark street. It was like I lied and said I worked at the Village Voice. I walked in there and I took all these photos, and then I noticed that the drag king pageant, it was like all serious, and it was about passing and masculinity, and it wasn't camp or humorous
Yeah.
even. But it was dark, and the women were like, woo, it was like, woo, fuck me, all that kind of stuff. But drag queens, it's like, look at me, I'm amazing, So it was a very different energy, and I was like, because I like camp humor, I don't like dark. I like the camp stuff. And I feel like you can be political and get more and do more and have more access if you're, funny, and then you're kind of get them on the side. Anyway, so I was in grad school, and I decided, showbiz. I put the camera down and became the subject matter. Right? Because I don't know, feminist performance art back in the personal is the political.
Exactly.
So I didn't even have a name for a couple weeks. So I started doing these lounge nights with my friends, and I was this guy that had a mustache on, and I even had chest hair back then. But since I know I've waxed it, 'cause, we saw what happened with Kelsey and Taylor Swift. You got to wax that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah, exactly. So showbiz. So I did that, and then I just had this like epiphany. Rudy Giuliani was the mayor of New York, and then he was running for re-election, and they were raiding. This is the '90s, and they were raiding all the clubs, all the gay clubs back then, and in the guise of fire marshal, we have to shut it down, and like these anti-cabaret laws where old laws that you can't dance at a club. So they would send in firemen and shut these gay clubs down. So I had this thing, it just hit me, and I'm like, I'm going to run for mayor. I am going to run for mayor of New York, and my platform is let the kids dance. So I started doing speeches. I was all at 1, 2, 3 a.m. And I'd start wearing the American flag stuff and campaigning, and then I started doing stuff. Anyway, I lost. And we know
so
what happened
sorry.
to Giuliani. Like nuts. The eyeliner on his head. Fucking dripping down. I'm like, God damn.
It's the least of his concerns.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
that's what triggered actually means. Looking at that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, you can have all kinds of trauma, but trigger, looking at him.
Yeah.
That's triggering. T. We see you, team. So then I just started I just stayed as Murray, and I started doing clubs, and I started hosting shows, and then I did my own show, and then I started hosting burlesque shows, and then hosting, and then it became like, oh, I'm gonna start doing a 5-minute opening, and then I'm gonna do a 10-minute opening. So I'm like old school vaudevillian. I like learned on the boards, and then I was doing the show in this shithole venue, Soho, in a basement, showbiz, and Dita Von Teesa's manager was in there from L.A. looking at somebody else, and they were like, she gave me that L.A. thing, like, you're gonna hear from me, and they just went like this. And the blonde hair just went smack, 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 smack. And I was like, yeah, right, yeah. Anyway, 6 months later, I hear from them, like, we want you to come and do a test hosting show with Dee Devantis in Seattle.
How fun.
That's really
Yeah.
cool.
And if you know Seattle, it's, you know, a hotbed for the others.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not,
I love
and not
Seattle.
other people, but others. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yes, I do.
Long story short, Dita's in her dressing room upstairs, and she heard laughter when I was on stage. And she's like, what? Yeah? What? So they hired, from then on, I toured with her for 10 years.
Wow.
Holy
my
shit.
God.
But they had, before I jumped on board, and I hope this isn't a big reveal for anybody, they had, what do you call them, a cis male?
Assist
yes,
Assist man.
assist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assist man.
Yeah, biological man.
Yeah,
We can call
yeah.
them males. They've been
Males
called.
Yeah, they're
they-
males.
The way they've
Fails,
been.
males.
Fails.
Fails.
Yes, fails.
They had
Sorry,
a fail.
guys.
So they had hired these straight guy male comedians. And I don't
Worst
know.
string of words together in my
Exactly.
opinion.
And if you know the biz, even now, you know, put a straight guy comedian in a burlesque show and they're like, oh, let's see some tits. Let's do it. Yeah. Sorry, that's my straight guy voice.
No, I mean it was triggering.
Anyway,
Okay,
I'm
Mary,
scared.
quoting my stand-up directly.
Yeah. Okay, weird.
I love that bit.
You love that bit when I'm like,
Yeah.
let me see some titties.
I mean, we're all thinking that, but we don't say
No,
it.
we don't
Right,
say it.
Okay, am I right?
Yes, yes.
Showbiz. Remember when we had to? Oh, hey, no. well, yeah. Time out. Anyway, so I had the unique perspective of both sides, and you know, being a male persona and respecting women. I know it's shocking.
It's
So
tough.
it worked. It just worked. She's Dita's old school showbiz, and I'm old school showbiz, and so it just worked. And then I just toured all over the world, doing stuff, and then I went to Australia. All the while trying to get on TV, and if no was a 4-letter word, I heard it a lot. That's the subtitle, bro, of the show. Yeah, you're too niche, you're too this, you're too that, you're too this. So I had little cameos every now and then finally, Bridget Everett, we're around the same age. She's 65, and I'm just a baby.
Bridget,
in my
we're sorry.
I'm a baby in my 50s. But you know, we both slugged it in nightlife in New York, and she's got enough pilots who
Love Bridget.
renamed JFK Airport, the Murray Hill Airport, and the Bridget, and she got a pilot, and that canceled. I don't know if you remember, it was the Amazon one. It was called "I Love You More," and then we were like, "Oh, that was our one shot. We're over." And then, kind of out of nowhere, Carolyn Strauss, who's on the team, Big D. And does Sopranos. Used to run HBO and 6 Feet Under, all those big shows.
Wow.
Her and Bridget teamed up, and somebody somewhere got greenlit to do a pilot. So they wrote a character based on me, and they like to say the lore is, Murray didn't have to audition. And my joke, which I say anytime I can, unprompted, just like now, is I'm like, thank God I didn't have to audition because I wouldn't have gotten it. I can't tell you kids how many fucking jobs they said, Murray, come on in. We wrote a part for you. I auditioned for the part as a formality. I'm like, yeah, we're going a different direction. A different direction away from you. You wrote the part based on me. It's called fucking Murray. And I didn't get it. So luckily I didn't have to audition. And we got the job. And so it's like all the, people always say about somebody somewhere, it's so real. Which translations means, some of us are overweight.
Yeah.
Can I say that?
Yeah.
You're so real. Yeah, well, yes, we don't have veneers. That's
Yes.
showbiz because we couldn't afford them. But so we all knew each other. So the chemistry is real, and from there it's like this in showbiz. They need the gatekeepers, and they're still gatekeepers, need validation. So they're like, okay, we see all these wackadoodles real on TV. So there's been a little, a little bit more. Oh, okay, maybe we'll put you in this.
Get jocular.
Mary, you're so wonderful in Somebody Somewhere. You're just so funny, and it's such a wonderful show. We are a sports podcast too, so I would love to know where your sports allegiance lie, and who are some of your favorite women's sports athletes.
All right. Well, listen.
Okay.
I love sports.
Okay.
Again, stereotypes are based on facts.
Yeah.
I was. This is a big exclusive.
All right.
I was just at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York,
Yeah.
for Ellie's birthday.
Oh,
No, you are
shit.
not.
Wow. Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
And I didn't know I was going to do this podcast, but I have an Ellie's birthday rally towel. It is insane. The fucking braids on, it's really out of control. Ellie is so problematic that it's incredible.
Do you think that she's maybe queer?
I feel like she might be a woman of the night.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And I'm keeping that open because there's different sex work. I don't want
Right,
I
right,
don't want
right.
any problems.
No judgment.
But
Yeah.
the way that Ellie moves,
yeah,
I
whore.
can see the pull.
Whore.
Yeah.
Whore.
And here's a funny story. Jenny Hagel, who you've got to have on the show, she writes for
She's wonderful.
Seth. Yeah, you know
Yeah,
Jenny?
yeah.
Okay, she writes for Seth Meyers. Is that his guy's name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another man, and they
Yeah.
all blend to me.
Fail.
Name
fail.
blind.
Yeah,
Jimmy
showbiz.
Myers, Jimmy, Seth Jimmy,
Fat,
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jimmy James, whatever. So she has a child. It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. I think she purchased it, but still, she has a child. She didn't have to do anything to get it, if you know what I'm saying. Because that would be triggering.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Hey. So her kid said that Ellie should teach sex ed to children because Ellie is sexy. So Ellie is doing splits, grinding, booty dancing, going up against players. I don't know the first name, Cloud, the new.
Tasha.
Natasha
Oh,
Cloud.
Natasha Cloud.
Yeah.
On Ellie's birthday, picked up Ellie, spun her around, and did like some grinding and stuff. And
Unfortunately for me, that would be that I would like that to see that video.
We'll post it.
Yeah.
We'll post that
I'm
video.
gonna
it's
need to
out
see
there.
that.
Yeah,
the video's
it's out there.
Oh, and no one sent that to me. That's fucking weird. That's fucking
I
weird.
actually have it on my
haven't
phone.
seen
but we'll
it.
look at, no, it's nuts.
I want to see it.
I want to see that bad.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the gyrating, and it's all kinds of gyrating. I saw, and those kids that gyrate. The WNBA games, it's like, it's a family affair.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you something, kids. And this, all right, so I love the Liberty. That's where I'm answering your question.
Yes.
I went to the Liberty before anyone enjoyed the WNBA.
Right.
The tickets, they weren't even free. They paid you to go.
Oh.
Okay? And they played on a dirt court on
Keep going.
Okay.
in
You
Harlem.
had to bring your own chair.
Yeah,
And
no,
the ball was a
no,
rock.
there wasn't a chair. You sat on the ground. You sat on a fucking rock. Okay? They're like, here's $15. Will you go sit on that rock and watch these closeted dykes play basketball?
And you said yes.
I absolutely
You
did.
answered the cry.
Sue Wicks. Who remembers Sue Wicks?
Oh, yes. We've
Yeah.
talked about
So
Sue Wicks.
the early WNBA games, so they hid the lesbian fans. This is a real thing. They didn't show them on the Jumbotron. They discouraged any kind of gay anything. And the players were all closeted back. Everybody was
Yeah.
closeted back then. So I guess, how long has the WNBA been up?
Was it
27
the 20-something?
years?
Yeah, 25th was recently.
Okay, so 20-something. So fast forward now, and I still get like this, 'cause I'm an old timer. They show lesbians on the Jumbotron
Yeah.
at the games. And players are gay. And they're out and they have pictures. They show pictures on the fucking Jumbotron of Jean-Carl Jones.
I
her
love Jungle
partner.
Jones.
It's amazing.
Oh.
So it's just come such a long way. So now the WNBA games, you've got homosexuals, you even have gay men.
But I'm sorry, I gotta pause. Who were they putting on the jumbotron if it weren't for Dykes? That's the only people that would
The
have been there.
security staff. These guys that were in the corner going like this. And you couldn't even be on your phones back then because they were Nokias. The little baby ones. Look them up when you're looking up head of class. They just this is what they afforded to. Yeah, but they had a thing, and sometimes they had signs, like the lesbians had signs. They didn't show anything. So now it's like you have gay families, you have mixed races families, you have gay guys, you have straight people, and and everybody gets along. And this is what you gotta love about homosexual, lesbian, queer, whatever the fuck they call them. Guess who was there? Was the celebrity row? Okay. The next game, it's like Timothy Chalamet or whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah.
Spike Lee, all these big celebrities. So at Ellie's birthday, I kid you not, they put this person on the screen, and I was like, who is that? And also I didn't catch the name, but it said clinical psychologist. And I'm like,
oh my
why
God.
does everything have to be stereotypes? I'm like, the celebrities are fucking shrink.
It's one of their players' therapists.
Yeah.
I just love her. Was it?
It wasn't Orna.
Was it Orna?
Was it Orna
Was
from HBO?
Was it Orna?
Oh, it might have been.
Oh, she's
Okay,
huge.
No,
She's huge.
She's huge.
She's
But
really
still a
big.
therapist.
She's still a therapist.
She's still a therapist.
She's on TV. She's in showbiz.
Yeah.
What therapist has ever been on the Jumbotron? I don't care if you have a reality show
No, you're
or a
right.
goddamn
But
podcast.
I
Listen,
think that's
we're not
because-
saying you're wrong.
No, we're not
but
saying.
Wow.
But I think it's because
Orna.
therapists are like, wow, I'd love to go to a sporting event where the athletes have a high emotional IQ.
Yeah.
And they show up to the WNBA game.
That must be a relief.
Orna's so hot.
Orna's so hot.
Okay, well, all right.
Sorry,
so
we got lost.
sports.
Orna is really hot.
sports.
I
You
am
love
a
the
New York
Liberty?
Liberty fan, of course.
Okay.
But my favorite player is Aja Wilson.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
Asia.
yeah.
Aja. It's Aja Wilson.
Asia.
Asia Wilson.
Asia Wilson.
She's my favorite player because she balls.
Yeah, man.
And
She's
she's
unreal.
balls and she's showbiz. Like she knows how to ball with like a little bit of like charisma.
She's got some
like a
mother
flair.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a fucking just mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's fucking great. She's
Yeah.
breaking all kinds
Strong.
of records. And she gives back to the community. She wrote
Yeah,
a
man.
book helping kids. She got her own sneaker line
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So, she's, it's taken like 50 years to have somebody get sneakers and all that business. So I'm a huge fan. I am not a huge fan of, and I was talking to
love
Charlie
this.
about this. I'm going to get in trouble. I can't get
Say it,
canceled
no.
because
Say it.
I never was subscribed. Is the fashion
Oh.
of the Liberty and some of the WNBA teams when they go to the games is, I don't know how else to say this, unacceptable.
Okay, this is a hot take. This
It
is a hot take.
This is a hot
I'm sorry,
take.
Stewie, I love you. You're a great player. I do not need to see you in a black lace crop top, okay, with 18 Balenciaga sneakers.
I think it would be Belegia today.
We're going to call him Balenciaga.
And fucking, I don't want to see someone that's 10 feet tall wearing high-waisted pants that look like floods.
What do you want? What do you want?
yeah,
If
A tracksuit.
okay, that's fair.
Yeah, like the warm-up tracksuit.
You want the classic warm-up track
Or even an
suit.
80s vibe, with the neons and the thing. It's like, why have women's sports come so far that they have to wear doilies
Dory.
as fucking walk-on outfits? And, I like Angel Reese. I like the competitive spirit.
Yes.
She can't shoot a layup to save her life.
Hey,
She's
working
working
on
She's
it.
trying. She's working on it.
She's trying, but you
She's
don't have to
trying.
brick it when you're right there. You just put it up there. I'm 55 years old.
At least she gets the rebound.
She does.
Well, she gets
Yeah.
the rebound because she sets it up so she gets the rebound. You better watch that shit. Mark, I'm getting fired up.
Keep going.
Keep going.
I
Keep
would
going.
get 100 rebounds if I stood under the basket Okay, this close, and I took the ball and I went poof.
You are
you're
a New
not
York
wrong.
fan.
No,
You are a fucking Liberty fan.
It is a crazy. She's like what, one of the leading rebounders in the league.
Yeah,
and
ever.
and I think if you were gonna break it down, like it is funny. A lot of them are putbacks.
But
A lot of
Yes,
them.
yeah,
A lot
you
of
have
them
to
are
argue though that like getting offensive rebounds is harder. You know,
Why?
because
Because the brick is so hard and it's coming at you so hard.
this is
if it
just
hits
some
you,
New
it will
York
hurt you.
Liberty. Blasphemy.
I'm kinda loving the take.
I'm a
I'm
Chicago.
loving the
Okay,
take.
I'm a
I
Chicago
can't
T-shirt
Sky
disagree.
fan.
tosses. Do you know about the T-shirt toss guns?
Yes.
That's how I'm going to break it down for digestible metaphors. The T-shirt toss, the
Put that thing
velocity
down.
of the gun, is how Angel shoots a layup from right under the basket. She is doing a fucking T-shirt. She's getting the whole machine out.
Angel, I just
Angel.
want you to know, like,
I'm a huge fan.
yeah.
I'm a
like,
fan of Angel, and I'm going to be in Chicago next week, and I'm going to a game. What's the other person from SC that's on the on?
Camila Cardoso.
She is my favorite player.
She's amazing.
Yeah,
She's so
badass.
good.
She's so
First of all,
good.
she's
She's
so
so good.
positive. She's always doing the hair flips, and she's just kind of. And this is how she rebounds. She just stands there and goes like this, and then goes like this, and tries to put it back up. And I'm like, that's showbiz.
That's showbiz.
I mean, she's always looks like she's having fun. The smile is on her face.
Yeah.
The hair is flipping. She is putting on a show. Asia Wilson does the same thing. I mean,
Oh, she's all
loves
showbiz.
all showbiz.
Oh yeah, but to go back to the closeted.
Please.
So I got to meet Sue Wicks.
Okay.
And we both spoke at this gala thing, and she came out, but she talked about how she was a closeted player and it wasn't safe for her to come out. So now it's just like, can you say it? A dyke bacchanalia?
yeah, you can say
Yeah,
that.
you can say
love
that.
that.
It is
You know what
that.
I'm saying? It's just like holy shit.
Yeah.
It's like a feast.
It's
more
amazing.
shocking to me now when they're straight. Like when we find out that one of them's straight, I'm like, wait, what? Like, don't
Like Sabrina.
Yeah,
don't
no.
shove that lifestyle in my face.
It's
I don't want to
Exactly.
see it.
It's offensive.
It is
don't
offensive.
bring,
It is
don't
offensive.
bring your husbands to the game.
And don't change that last
No,
name.
and I'm
Yeah, don't change
That
the
should
last
be
name. That
illegal
is
in
really
the
Like
league.
upsetting.
showbiz, keep the name.
the
And
name.
in your
No dash.
private life, no dash.
I
No.
like
I'm
don't
sick
show
of
up
it.
on a jersey with a dash.
No,
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 don't
no,
do
no.
that.
Don't
She'll
do
be
that.
canceled.
yes, we will cancel you.
Yeah, we'll cancel.
And you
it.
know what else I don't like? And I'm
us.
obviously a fashion mogul.
Go on.
Seeing it here.
And I know Sabrina identifies as straight. Sabrina Unaskiascono. Okay.
Very
And-
Italian.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Can I get us out of the UNESCO?
Not only do I not want to
fucking
see
yeah.
anybody wearing a goddamn Doyle as a fucking crop top, I don't want to see a fucking hairline headband that don't fucking wear dental floss as a headband because that's going to make you seem like you're straight.
You know
That's
what?
unacceptable.
You know what? Thank you.
Yeah.
Seriously, doesn't it not drive you crazy?
It drives
yeah,
me
yeah.
fucking nuts.
Like, why are you doing that? Because you're trying to say I'm straight, so I'm gonna have a teeny little weenie, little rubber band in here, and then a fucking huge horsetail ponytail.
See, to me, that's like you're closeted. That's that little tiny little headband. To me, I'm like you're.
That's
on the
the
path.
stress
That's
of you
the-
staying in the
Yes,
closet.
like
It can't hold it
you're-
forever.
yeah.
It doesn't
cannot
hold
hold
it
it
You're a
forever.
second away from coming
know
out that
Sabrina
closet.
listens to the pod, and I just want to say we gotcha.
We see you. We see you.
We see ya.
This is how we find out
You
she
can't
actually
hold-
listens to the pod.
You can't hold your baby
Yeah,
hairs
when we
away
get a
from
cease
us.
and desist.
Yes, yes.
But you know that whole thing that came out the other day about Jean-Claude Jones did that. She outed somebody by accident because there was a whole point system. Did you hear about this?
No.
Charlie, how come they're not on the cusp?
Breaking news.
Breaking news. What
Breaking
happened?
news.
What
Charlie,
happened?
send it to us.
Somebody, I don't know who the originator is, but there's a video that went around that they created a scoring system about who is the gayest team in the WNBA.
Oh,
won?
yes.
Who won?
And it
Yes.
was like there were certain higher points based on the,
Well, Charlie
the gay level.
Charlie wrote an article about all of the gay players on
I think
every
it was part of
WNBA
Fruit
team.
Slice. It was like an Instagram account called like Fruit Slice or something like that.
Fruit
Okay.
slice. That's
Yes.
that's homophobic.
It is.
It
Because
is.
like when I think fruit, I think gay men.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Too risky.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, got real quiet. Put a filler in there.
I was trying to think about what food dykes would be if dykes aren't fruit. If like fruit is gay men, then what are dykes?
Peach.
But that's a
Oh, a
fruit. Oh,
peach.
yeah,
I was
peach.
gonna say a russet potato.
Yeah.
But I guess peach is
Yeah,
more
or a potato bag.
Yeah, potato
I
bag.
like potato. If that feels honest to me. Peach feels like femmes. Like I'm
Yeah,
gonna
well,
get-
that's
feels
what
like
I was thinking.
femme.
I guess a dyke's not a I don't know. You can't
You
even
know
say
what I
dyke
mean?
anymore.
Uh,
But femmes
I
are
think
the
we're
peach,
more like nuts
and
and
dykes
bolts.
are
We're not even food,
potatoes.
Yeah. Doorknobs.
Peach and potatoes.
Peaches,
Peach and
they go together
potatoes.
so
Peaches
well.
and potatoes.
So the
Junk
scoring
jokes.
happened,
Yeah.
okay?
Yes.
So the Liberty came. I think they were the first team, but Jean-Paul responded and said, "Oh, you missed some points. We actually have a higher score."
Oh my God.
And then somebody on the team, which we have to do a fact check, is not out, and so Jean-Paul outed them.
Can you whisper it?
I don't know who it is. I can't. Charlie.
Charlie will text it.
Yeah, find out. It's a hot topic. So the joke now is that the New York Liberty is all gay. Everyone's gay, and then there's Sabrina. So they're literally that's like out. That's like on the comments.
Oh.
And I think she could be gay. And when
She
I
might
tell
catch it.
She could catch it. We met her once, and the energy was pretty straight.
And we tried to infect her.
Yeah.
excuse me. How does that work? Is that
We tried
is
to
that
turn her.
3 fingers or 4? 'Cause that sounds like an infection.
It's 5.
I'm waiting, Charlie.
They
I
set
really
me
am
up.
waiting.
They didn't
They
get-
didn't even care.
Charlie, get in here.
Charlie,
Bro, get on
I'm
camera.
waiting for this tag.
Okay, it's the fruit slice. They had an article that is which team is the gayest,
Yeah.
and yeah, they ranked players.
I
Jonquil.
think Charlie did send this to us.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Yes. One, Alana Smith from the Lynx was on it as gay.
She had to come out as straight.
She commented, "Sorry to disappoint, but I am straight." And Jonquil said, "Y'all are missing some of our points. How about Gabby on the list, but not Marine?" And Jalen Sherrod, Leo is as well. We're number 1, and we also have a 4 out of starting 5. And the comment, I don't see it on the post anymore, so maybe they deleted it. But I got a screenshot, yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, so this is breaking news.
Breaking news.
So
Breaking news.
my goal today.
Murray, thank you.
Thank
my
you.
goal is today is to get as many cease and desists as we can, so
Jocular-
this podcast blows up.
Well, thankfully,
Thank you.
You're not allowed to
thankfully,
get those during Pride.
yeah, but also thankfully we have a
right.
very
You're safe.
strong lawyer. We have very strong lawyers.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
do.
We
is
have
it
a
with
team
the
of
peach
lawyers.
and potato firm?
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
with the peach and potato.
And potato.
Potato.
Go on. Sue my little
Where do we go
ass.
from here? I mean, Charlie's still looking something up. The other guy's sleeping.
He just
Harry,
looks
do you have anything
sleepy.
for us?
Oh,
Oh,
here we
hat
on,
go.
put his
There
hat
we
on.
go.
Harry, I'm not gay, but you're cute.
I know.
That's
I
nice
feel that
of
way
you,
too.
thank you.
Yeah, you have that curly hair and that quiet sensibility.
Yes.
Gentle.
No, I don't have anything for you. Thank you for asking, though.
Okay.
You
Good.
could have just shook
Well,
your head
but
no
you had-
and
okay,
just
we can
gotten on the
back
mic.
down.
We can end up on 2 questions. Fight. You
the
had that
hell
one
was
question from like NBA player, which I think is really fun to end on.
Oh, if there was one NBA player that you wish, really, with your whole body, that you wish this player was gay, who would it be?
I know my answer too. Everyone has to answer.
Okay, we'll start and we'll end on you,
Yeah.
Mary. Okay. Larry Bird.
Oh, whoa. Oh, wow.
Jesus, Katie.
Said no one ever.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it just be so funny?
Wait, do you want to hook up with Larry?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to hook up with Larry. I think he's a gay man, and I think
He's a
that's pretty
chicken.
funny. I don't
He
know.
looks like a chicken.
I volunteered to fall in the sword and go first.
You
and
did
the
it.
first
You-
name
you
I
did-
thought
you
was
did, you
Larry
did,
Bird.
you did.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Larry Bird
You
has a
did.
daughter out there that he never took care of, and so
Oh,
for that, I
really?
hope that he's not gay.
Well, if he was gay, he would have done better.
That's
exactly.
true. That's
You're
true.
right about that. Okay,
You're right.
Katie.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wait, is this podcast almost over? We didn't even talk about sports yet.
Don't you
Don't
worry.
worry about that.
We got time.
Yeah.
LeBron James. I wish LeBron James was gay. Because
What about his wife?
Yeah.
What about her?
She's
Gorgeous.
lovely.
she is gorgeous.
Yeah.
But like I want the NBA, I want a big fucking star athlete to be gay.
That's why I said Larry Bird.
Yeah, that's why you said that. And I just because I want like a LeBron James or like a Michael Jordan, I wish
Steph?
Steph Curry. I want one of the like big name star
that would be hot.
players.
Steph
oh
would
my
be a
God,
hot
Steph.
one.
Steph Curry.
He would clean
He
up.
would. He's like a
He
little
would clean
otter.
up.
Oh, okay, yeah. He would be great.
If it comes to cleaning up, I think mine would be Russell Westbrook. I just think he's so
adorable.
handsome and he's such a good fashion icon. But if it came to like actually helping the queer community by like picking like a bro, I'd have to go with Kevin Durant actually.
Oh, that's a good one
because
too.
all
good.
the bros think that he's cool.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
you're right. They do think he's cool.
Murray.
Well, you know, in New York, they're saying they're saying this word that I never heard before, except for the playoffs, zesty.
Oh, yes.
So when
The
he,
kids are calling.
yeah, so when he goes for layups, you'll watch. This is also, if you go watch the clips of the Knicks, he's doing all this. So he's, of course, getting hate for being straight. Everyone thinks he's gay because he does this. Not everybody has
He
a limp
moves a
wrist
little
is gay.
differently.
Yeah. Fucking gay.
Yeah, yeah.
So he might be gay. So that's my New York one. But the other one, I don't even know his name. So Charlie, we have to. This is crazy. He's on the Denver Nuggets. He's got the braids.
Denver Nuggets
He's
has
cut.
the braids.
Okay,
Okay.
Gordon.
Anthony, or
Gordon.
he won the
Yeah.
dunk contest. Aaron
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
He's got
He's
a
cute.
baby
He's
boy
pretty.
face.
cute.
He's pretty. Again, I don't like guys and basically dead to me. But I think that
Yeah.
that he's a good-looking guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a friend born male. Everything's so confusing. I have a male friend who's bi, has a girlfriend. I don't know.
Just call him a Murray.
Yeah, and he wants to fuck him.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah, okay.
Champagne Jerry,
You're doing
shout
this
out
for your friend.
So, and I say,
First and last name.
yeah, and I'm like, that guy's hot.
No,
So
he
I
is
have two
hot.
crushes. I don't do this. I'm trying. What I've learned from the young people is you can have feelings, and
Of
you're
course.
not
Yeah.
Yeah.
fluid and things like that. So I do have a guy crush.
You have a guy
It's not
crush.
like I don't want to
no
fuck him.
homo.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
homo.
Yes, homo.
Yes.
Showbiz. Luka Doncic is my baby boy.
Well, and we've
He's my little
established.
baby boy. I don't want to fuck him, but he's cute.
Yeah.
And Gordon, Aaron Gordon,
Gordon.
is my NBA crush, and I also wish he was gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that. I also love the term zesty
Yeah.
because people, it's to me, I know they're using it in a negative way, but I'm like, zesty sounds so positive to me.
What does
like,
it mean,
Because
actually?
when when you're zesting
Just
a
a
dish,
little
that's like a
extra flavor.
a little
A
extra
little fruity.
flavor,
A little extra
a little
flavor.
extra fruity. But I'm like, that makes things good.
Is it zaddy? Wait, that's a thing. right?
Zaddy's a different
That's a
thing.
different
What's the
thing.
zaddy?
Zaddy is a young daddy, a younger daddy, a hot daddy.
A hot. I love this. We're pro.
Zaddy.
I think a young daddy, right?
So what if there's a thing called this? Oh, we're coming up with all these spin-off podcasts. We got the peach and potatoes, and
Yeah.
No, I want that
then
to
the
be
zesty zaddy.
Zesty
Zesty
zaddy.
Zaddy.
Peach and Potato Law Firm needs to be a TV show. The Peach, she's there, she's doing all the press conferences while the potatoes in the back of the truck looking through
security.
evidence.
Yes,
doing
yes,
security.
yes.
Yeah, they're
100%.
doing this.
Okay, Katie, who would you cast?
As the Peach and the Potato.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, Peach. Oh shit.
Really be thoughtful about this. Oh,
Leisha.
Leisha
Yes,
really would be
yes,
good
yes.
for the
As the
peach.
peach.
As the Peach.
Yes.
Murray Hill is Potato.
Yes.
Leah Delaria.
I actually thought that too.
Well, she looks like a potato.
I'm not. Yeah.
It's a good casting.
It's a great
It's
casting.
really good casting.
energetically perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. My name's on it, but Murray did the
Well, and-
casting.
Hollywood
and
would love
peach
it.
and potato. Are we gonna get to see them kind of?
Yeah. Make a
Well,
mash.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think
They're gonna toss salad.
they're gonna toss. They're gonna
gonna make a
toss
pie.
a nice
They're making pie. A peach and potato pie.
or like a weird potato
Or
salad.
quiche.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch some quiche.
We're gonna watch them quiche. I think they're exes, but they've had the firm together, and we're gonna slowly see them get back together.
Oh my
I
god!
would watch that.
Orno as facilitating the reuniting.
Yes,
Is
exactly.
that Orno?
Or not.
Showbiz.
Orna.
Or no.
Showbiz. While they're, yes, I've got a whole
wondering why
pitch.
no, you guys just look at my
Orno.
Orno.
Oh no.
Or no.
Orno's on this fiasco.
About to get jugular.
Yeah, no,
Wait, we gotta intro this game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you know that's gonna be in unison. This is
Murray's Hot
Sizzle.
Zesty. All right, I am going to read a list of sports, and I just want to know what comes to mind right away.
No wrong answers.
Yeah, no wrong
This
answer.
is a safe
I don't-
space.
The first one, what are the letters?
Uh-oh, already having problems.
Yeah, this is
Huh?
tough.
The Women's College World Series.
Oh, softball, Women's College World Series.
Fast pitch. Is that the game? Is it a word thing?
Yeah, is it a word thing or is it like how gay is it?
I just want to hear your thoughts on it. I mean, like, one of them is NWSL.
Well, wait till we have to say it.
Oh, wait. We're going to start on a 0, and we're going to give you 10 seconds for each one.
Love it.
8, 9, 0. Okay. College softball.
Gay. Ponytails. Fast pitch. Helmets are too big.
Okay.
Lovely. Next.
NWSL.
Is that a new acronym?
Soccer.
Soccer.
League.
Soccer, it's the women's soccer.
National Women's Soccer League.
Soccer. I used to be a goalie, so soccer. Pass.
Fast. Next.
Ladies Professional Golf Association.
Dinah Shore was a good friend of mine,
Okay.
and yep, and every woman should learn how to putt.
Oh. Okay.
Am I playing the game? I never know how to play
Yeah,
games.
I love it.
This is good.
Olympics.
Connecticut.
Yeah.
For those young people, that's called a callback.
Rugby.
Closeted gay men
Oh, yeah.
touching each other's balls and butts.
Okay. Yum.
Yeah, that's delicious.
We do like that.
Your sister is calling. Swimming.
Wet.
Nice. Next.
Tennis.
Chris Everett. Martina Navratilova. Icon. Billie Jean King. Icon.
Okay.
Martin Tavalalova.
Martina Navratilova. Isn't she German?
I think so.
Showbiz.
Swiss.
Yeah.
What?
Swiss.
Swiss. That's my guess.
Is
Next.
it? Okay.
Well, you're out. I'm just gonna kind of go off the dome
Yeah.
now. Okay.
NFL.
Oh, Charlie, should I tell him about my NFL thing?
I'm ready.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, you know that trans people in sports is a big issue.
Yes.
And nobody wants trans people to play sports. So, since you mentioned the NFL, I'm just going to say this on camera. I do agree that trans people shouldn't play sports. So, I'm withdrawing my name from the NFL draft because I don't want to take a spot from somebody who's
Yeah.
done that their whole lives, and physically it would be a disadvantage.
For them.
For them.
For them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Back and for me now that
Yeah,
you did
back-
applause.
Yeah.
Yeah. Back of
them.
steel.
Yeah.
Archery.
Apples.
Okay, I get that.
I see
like
that.
that one.
Track and
Totally.
field.
Your jacket.
And your jacket.
And your jacket.
That's right.
Cycling.
Actually, the weirdest. We're making up the rules. When you said cycling, this is strange, but I somehow thought of my therapist telling me that I keep doing the same thing wrong. I don't know. Maybe that's because
What
it makes no
was it?
sense.
Like
Tell
you're
us.
My
cycling.
relationships with women, but that's all. That's the
Yeah.
whole peach and podcast.
That's peach and potato.
That's peach
You're
and
gonna have to
potato.
tune into peach and potato to hear that one.
I
Yeah.
would like to hear that one.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Baseball.
Okay, baseball. Tell us about baseball.
Oh my shit! Why didn't we talk about this before?
Well, you do it now.
Let's
I
go.
threw out the first pitch last summer.
No.
Oh my god, I forgot. Until we
who?
started doing word association.
We'll do it now.
Go, we're
you
doing
got
it now.
time.
The New York Mets.
Holy shit.
cool.
Where's it scary?
Well, let me tell
you
you, I have a
practice?
picture, and I'll send you the picture. We could do a cut too if you can do
Please.
that on podcast. I wore a full Mets uniform.
No
Okay,
shit.
That's awesome.
And, when you're of a certain age and you're queer and trans and all those other things, you have body dysmorphia. So, of course, I put this outfit on. I didn't look at myself. And nobody said anything. Okay?
Okay.
So, the Citi Field, the Mets Jumbotron is the biggest
Oh my
in
god.
Major League Baseball.
Okay.
So, I was so nervous, and I'd been practicing.
Good.
But
Good.
we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
I'm walking up to go to the mound because they called my name, and I was like, woo. And I just, out of the corner of my eye, looked at the Jumbotron. And I saw myself walking on there. And I saw a Weeble Wobble wrapped in fucking saran wrap.
Oh my God, a
Not
Weeble
only
Wobble.
was my outfit the tightest outfit I've ever worn in my entire life, I had my pants hiked up to the fucking. I mean, I might as well been wearing a doily. That would have been more acceptable. I was like, oh my God, no one, not my girlfriend, not anyone from the marketing team, not any fellow players. No one said, you know what?
Fellow players.
You know,
Yeah, you're on the team.
Your teammates.
None of my teammates could have said, you know what? Maybe could you just pull him down a little? Could you just? I mean, I didn't even have camel toe.
Did they think it was
so
like
high.
a character?
Yes.
They did.
And no one wants to, comment on my body.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It was. I mean, it was. I look like fucking Don Zimmerman.
Oh my God.
Now look that up and you'll laugh.
Yeah.
You know those old baseball managers back in the day?
Yeah.
Yes,
They
yes.
got little teeny little legs, and then they have like fucking bowling ball stomach.
He's in head of the class too.
That was me.
Well, did it throw off your pitch?
Yeah, did you?
I
did you
didn't have. Well, also, gays of a certain age. Not saying I'm gay, but showbiz.
Yeah, of course, of course.
You learn how to disassociate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Something that you
Oh,
learn.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Let's go.
So I was like, oh, I didn't even have time to have
Right.
body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need to fucking focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I went on the mound, and I'm going to tell you something. I did all the hijinks of a first pitch.
Good.
I pretended there was somebody on first base. I was
oh my
doing
God.
this.
Fuck. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
No one was on the field. It was just me and the catcher, who was like this. He was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Let's get this shit over with." And I did the bending down. I was up there for like
love this.
fucking 5 minutes.
I
Supposed to be up
love
there for a
it.
minute. So I did the pitch. It went over that. It went over the thing, and I did a full blown like celebration, like that I'd
Fuck
won the
yeah.
World Series. Throw my cap up, and this catcher was like, "Oh God!" And he had to walk towards me because you take your photo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he walks towards me, and living out my dreams. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking chest bump this guy.
Oh my
no.
God. Oh my God.
So
oh my
I
God.
start fucking running towards him.
No.
Okay, this 5'4" fucking day-old bagel wrapped in cellophane. Okay. Running at full speed, which is snail space, at this huge fucking catcher guy. I'm like running at him, and his eyes, I mean, I didn't know the guy, but they were the biggest eyeballs. It's like deer in headlights times 10. He was like, he was freaked out. And then he said, hey, watch it. Take it easy. And I was like, on the Jumbotron, I've got the video, I've got the stills. I fucking go up and I fist pump him, and he's like, I chest pump him, and he's like,
No.
and then, vaudeville, comedy. I pretended like I threw my back out, and I was like, ah! Oh! And he's like, take it easy. What the fuck are you doing? Stop it. Chill out. And I said, literally, on the Jumbotron, it's part of the bit. Just go with it. Because
Oh
improv,
my
yes
God.
and.
Yes.
Yes and.
Yes.
He couldn't do it.
It was the happiest day of my life.
Oh
It really
my
was.
God.
And it's been downhill ever since. It was last summer.
Oh my God.
I even made a magnet. Now, I'm going to show you the picture of me throwing.
I gotta see it.
I want to see the video.
I got it all. And the picture that the Mets organization took
Oh my God. Oh my God.
is, I'll pull it out. Not pull out. I'll pull it out. Is
We
me
never
like
pull
this,
No
and it's
shit.
just this stomach. And you know what? I made a fucking fridge magnet out of it.
Oh, my
yeah.
God. Do you
have
pass them
to.
out?
I
love
do. I
this.
should have brought some, but
Showbiz.
I'll mail them to you.
Please.
I would love that.
That would be a
For
dream.
real. For real.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm like excited. Like
No,
I got
can't
adrenaline.
wait to. It makes me want to chest bump someone.
Hey.
Well, we could do it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the
Okay.
parking lot.
In the parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, thank God. I really want to.
Yeah, I think it's gonna feel good. Okay, yeah, okay, you guys, jock straps, we have to go chest bump in the parking lot. Please give a warm round of applause for our incredible
Wait,
guest.
that's it? I thought we
Yeah.
were. When are we
I
talking
know.
about sports?
Every guest says that. It's been truly such an honor. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
And congratulations. Tomorrow you go to the Critics' Choice Awards, correct?
Yes, we're getting an award. And what I always love is getting recognized for a show that's been canceled. So I'm really looking
Fuck
forward to
yeah.
that.
It is criminal that it was canceled. If
Yes.
you've not seen it, somebody somewhere, the best show of the last.
We play sports in that.
You do.
You do play
That's
sports.
That's based on real life, by the way. I actually have a catch club.
You do?
Yeah, I know
Oh, I
you're
love
trying to
that.
wrap it up because everyone has to go to couples therapy right now. I don't want you with Orno.
With
You-
Orno.
late for a
Oh,
session.
yeah, monsieur.
All right. Well,
Thank you
Murray,
so
thank you.
much.
Thank you,
Murray.
Murray.
Showbiz.
Showbiz. And your memoir, Showbiz.
it's called Showbiz. There's 2 titles. And I'll ask you.
Yes.
It's My Life as a Middle-Aged Man. It's Showbiz. My Life as a Middle-Aged Man, or Showbiz. The more you applaud, the more I forget about my childhood.
Oh. Okay.
Well, that's an interesting reaction, and that's the first time all afternoon you've been in sync.
Ah! We got fucking roasted.
I like both of those.
I know. I think the first
I've
one
heard you
is.
say that before.
Me?
You like the
my
peach
God!
and the potato.
Hey, what is it? Hey, what's up? Hey, okay. Okay.
Is that what gay guys do? They sound like chickens.
This
Oh,
is
wait,
the
we're
first
trying to get
episode
outta
that
here.
we're just gonna do a fade out.
Yeah.
You're not the first person that said that to me. Cut. We said cut 20 minutes ago. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Hey, kids, it's been a pleasure. Keep up the great work.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Showbiz. Thanks for having me.
Oh my God, this
On
is
the count of
amazing.
3, showbiz. 1, 2, 3.
Showbiz.
Zesty Zaddy.